All right, hello. We're getting ready to get started on our third way that we can use our Young Living essential oils. So if you watched the last two videos, the first one was on using the oils for aromatherapy, which is inhalation of the oils. The other video was on topical use with the essential oils. So topical meaning directly on your skin. One of the things that I realized I probably should have mentioned, so I'm going to mention it here in this video, is that when you're talking about topical use with essential oils, when it comes to citrus oils, they are all photosensitive. And what that means is that if you were to go and apply, let's say, lemon oil, or orange oil, or tangerine oil, or grapefruit oil to your skin and then go out into the sun, the UV rays will actually cause a discoloration of your skin wherever you have applied that oil. So for example, I think I have one here, or I thought I did. I know I have one here, hold on. All right, here we go. Lemon oil, right? Wonderful lemon oil. So lemon oil, because it's citrus, when you apply it on, the actual molecular structure of the lemon oil is in a prism form. So what that means is that when the sunlight, the UV rays hit the oil, it creates, because remember, it's a prism, it creates these direct points of sunlight where it'll actually be a very focal point. So it will appear like a discoloration on your skin. So it will go away if you have that happen. It goes away, you know, within a week or two. But most people don't want discolorations on their skin. So what you want to do is avoid using those citrus oils before you're going to be out in the sun. So if you do want to put oil, like for example, I know lemon oil is really good for maintaining healthy skin. It kind of gives you that fabulous glow that everybody loves so much. And if you were going to put that on your skin, on your face, with a carrier oil, do it at night. Do it at night so that you know you have several hours where you're not going to be exposed to that UV ray sunlight, okay? So that is just a quick update on the topical use for essential oils. So now let's talk about the third way that you can use the oils, and that is internally. So here's a beautiful thing about Young Living. They created a line of oils called the Vitality line of oils. It is 27 different single oils and blends, and they are all approved as an internal or dietary supplement. So what that means is that they have been shown to be safe for internal ingestion. Love it. One of the things that I tell people all the time is that some of us already knew that was the case, but the fact that Young Living came out with this line of therapeutic grade essential oils that are approved as an internal supplement or dietary supplement, that's huge. So if you understand what that means that you can cook with them. That means that you can drink them. It's wonderful. That means you can take them in capsules. So I'm going to show you the culinary kit, but just remember there's 27 of those oils that have been approved for internal use. I believe that that was a starting point for Young Living because there are some others. However, if you are uncertain as to whether or not an oil is safe for internal use, read the label. Read the label on the bottle. It will say it on it. Okay? So this is our little culinary kit. So this actually has 10 different oils that you can cook with, but there are 27 that are actually considered a dietary supplement safe for internal use. One of the things I will tell you is this, because I do cook with my oils. I actually just started doing that. Oh, it was a few months back. I mean, I would every so often, like if I was making brownies, I make peppermint brownies, 1 or 2 drops of peppermint in a batch of brownie mix. Holy moly, delicious, delicious. People make lemon cookies. If you're going to go and have like a salad, you can mix in your lemon there. When I'm making my pasta sauce, I will tell you that these are so potent that if you put a full drop of like oregano oil into your sauce when it's cooking, it is almost overpowering. So what I learned to do was I actually will take, unless I'm making a really huge pot, but if it's just like a normal pot for the 4 of us here in the house, or actually there's 5 of us now, sorry, I will take a toothpick and I will actually get some of the oil on the toothpick and then I just stir it into the pot, stir the toothpick. The flavoring is phenomenal. Now, for those of you that like to make like lasagna dishes and things like that, you know that sometimes you need a little bit more seasoning to it. So you can go with a full drop of oil in that pot of sauce. Basil, thyme, delicious. They're absolutely delicious. Now, let's talk about what happens when you cook with oils. Because the essential oils, this will actually go also back to when you're using the oils for inhalation. For those of you who have those oil burners, the plate warmers, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Because if you remember when I was talking about how the essential oils are actually derived and we were talking about the distillation process, I mentioned to you that if they are cooked at too high of a temperature, it will actually change the molecular structure where you will start to have adaptogens within your essential oils. So when you actually heat essential oils, you can start to lose some of those therapeutic qualities. So you don't want to do that, okay? So just keep that in mind. So if you're going to cook with it, it's going to taste great, but you may not have the same therapeutic value as if you didn't cook with it. Or, for example, when I make fish, I love to put lemon oil on, but I will wait until the fish is just about done, and then I add in my drop of lemon oil, and it's so delicious. I mean, it's so flavorful, much different than, and I can almost describe it as like a smoother taste to the lemon oil versus lemon juice. So really powerful. And we'll talk about lemon a little bit more because it's really an amazing oil to have, citrus. Okay, so you can cook with them. You can drink your oils. So here's my water bottle. You will notice it's glass. I do not put my essential oils in plastic, and there is a reason for that. The essential oils will attack synthetics and petrochemicals, and it will end up breaking down your plastic bottle. So as you're drinking it, all of those petrochemicals that it's pulling out of the plastic, you're now ingesting. You don't want that. You don't want that at all. And if this was a plastic bottle and I put a drop of lemon oil in it and I left it sitting for about an hour, you would find that right at this rim here, because remember, oil and water don't mix, so all of the oil will be sitting right at the top. You would find that the bottle, bloop, collapses. There's water everywhere. It eats right through it, okay? So you always want to do glass, and it's really simple. So a little earlier, I was drinking some peppermint oil. Why would I be drinking a little bit of peppermint oil? Well, I will tell you. That was actually the other day, but for you, it might have been a little earlier because you were watching the video. So I'm going to show you real quick. You take your water, you put in your drop of oil, drop or two. You don't need a lot. I personally tell people start with one drop. And then you put the top on. Hold on a second. You can tell, right? This is the real stuff. You put the top on, all of the peppermint oil is in there kind of floating around at the top. So what I do is I give it a little swirl, because when I go to drink my water, I don't want to get a big wham of peppermint. It is very strong. And then I will go ahead and drink it. And I love peppermint because it's supportive of a healthy digestive system. So sometimes after I eat certain foods, I get a little bit of discomfort in my stomach and my digestive tract. So I'll drink a little bit of peppermint, and that helps tremendously. Now let's say I don't want to drink my peppermint, or let's say I don't have a glass bottle or a ceramic teacup or mug to drink out of, because you can drink out of those as well. Well, I have a choice. I can put it in the water and drink it. I can put it in my hand, rub together, and apply right over my stomach, because now I'm getting the topical benefit. And you know what? While I have the peppermint on my hand, why don't I go ahead and inhale? And I will tell you, you feel it open up everything. And the beautiful thing about peppermint is it's an oxygenator. So as you breathe it in, it actually will drive oxygen into your cells and into your brain. It feels great. It helps to support a healthy respiratory system. So that's why when you breathe it in, it helps open everything up. So even for myself, like if I'm driving long distances, I'll take a little bit of that, the peppermint, and this is topical again. Take my drop, I will rub it. I will apply it along the base of my neck, and it helps to wake me up. Sometimes I'll put it on my tongue. It actually acts as a breath freshener. But in addition to that, now I'm also getting it into my digestive tract. And I'm also breathing it in because your mouth and your sinuses are connected. So you're getting all these different benefits. So you can drink them. The other way that you can use them internally is make yourself a couple of veggie caps. So you can get this from Young Living. You can also get them from health food stores. So these are clear vegetable capsules. I think they're just a few dollars. They're preservative-free, gluten-free. They're great for people who are vegans. And it's ideal for oxidation-sensitive ingredients such as essential oils. You gotta love it. So here's what you do. I'm gonna show you. You take your capsule. They break apart. There's two parts to it. I hope that little piece doesn't pop out. The taller part here, you have a choice. If you are new to taking essential oils internally, I highly suggest that you use a carrier oil. And remember, one of the great carrier oils that you can use is organic coconut oil. Okay? So if I was going to go ahead and make myself perhaps a peppermint capsule so that I can have the peppermint disperse right there at in the stomach for the digestive tract, and I'm going to use my finger here, so just forgive me because I didn't bring a little spatula. Just so you know, for coconut oil, refined coconut oil, at room temperature, you will see it is firm. I don't know that you can see that, but let me show you. So it's firm, but as it warms up or as soon as you put it in your hands, it actually will become liquefied. So you could take a tiny little pinch of coconut oil. You do not need a lot. See, got some there. You can go ahead and take your larger end of your capsule, get that coconut oil in there. This is like for a make and take. For those of you that don't know what a make and take is, it's where we actually make products that people can take home and use. So I've got my coconut oil in there now, right? And I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm new to this, so I'm gonna go ahead and take 1 drop of peppermint oil, right? Because I'm a new person. I haven't actually tried taking these internally. And then I'm gonna put the top layer on the capsule back on, if I can get it with my greasy little fingers. There we go. And now I have myself there, a little bit of a dirty but effective coconut oil and peppermint capsule. And coconut oil has a lot of health benefits. So let's say I want to make a whole bunch of these and save them. I can take them and put them in the freezer and they will hold. And then I just take one as needed or whenever I feel to. Isn't that wonderful? So you can take these internally by capsule. Isn't that wonderful? So some people have asked me, like, well, why would I choose to take one by capsule versus, you know, drinking it or putting it on my stomach? It's just another option. So for those people who are not yet comfortable with therapeutic essential oils, you know, maybe you want to just do topical. Maybe you want to try to drink it first and see. Peppermint is strong, so when you drink it, you feel that. And for some people, they feel like, oh, you know what? I'd rather it get to my stomach and disperse there. So it's wonderful. I will tell you this. I used to take peppermint in capsules, peppermint, lemon, and grapefruit. I did that for a little while just to experience it, to help promote weight management. That was when I was really focused on weight management issues. And so when I did that, I would pop it. I've told this story so many times and people just look at me like she's crazy. And as I'm going along through my day, if I have to burp a little, I was so minty fresh from the inside out. So it's so funny because I never had to worry about my breath being bad. Because for people who have halitosis, usually that's a gut issue. You know, it can sometimes be bacteria in your mouth, but it can also be a gut issue. So funny story, ha ha ha. Okay, so clear vegetable capsules, you can use those. Let me also talk to you about another way that you can actually use the essential oils, because remember, they have been approved for internal or dietary supplement use, those 27 oils that are in our Vitality line. You do have the option of also using them as a suppository or an insert. So depending upon what body system you're trying to support, perhaps you want to make an insert that you can use at night. So for some people, this is not something that I'm necessarily saying that you need to do, but for some people who are wanting to support their gastrointestinal system and keep it nice and healthy, I know that they will make an insert. Sometimes they use the capsules. Sometimes they'll just take coconut oil like this, take like a half a teaspoon or so, and they'll mix in a drop of, you know, whatever oil they feel to mix in. It depends. I personally say do your own research and decide what is right for you. So they may do that, and they mix it up and they put it in the freezer. It'll start to firm up. They can shape it. And then in the evening when they're ready to go lay down, they go ahead and insert it. It's an option, okay? Depending upon what benefits it is that you're seeking. So just keep that in mind. So you can use these internally, remember, orally. You can cook with them. You can drink them. You can also take them by capsule. You can also take them as a suppository. So these are all the wonderful ways that you can use Young Living's essential oils. And that is because they are of the purest quality out there. That is why Young Living is able to have its 27 oils in the Vitality line listed as a dietary supplement. And isn't that exciting? So for those of us that actually knew this even before it was done, I want to show you something real quick. Here we have peppermint oil, right? I'm going to switch. Sorry, I thought I had a peppermint in there. Okay, so here we have oregano, right? Remember how I was saying you can cook with it? It's delicious. You can cook with it. So let me ask you, what's the difference with this one, this bottle here, besides it being a 5 ml and not a 15 ml? The difference is that this oil, this bottle of oil, the ones with the white label, they are a part of the Vitality Essential Oil line, which means that they have been approved as a dietary supplement. What's the difference here with this one? It's listed as an aromatic oil. What's inside of both of these bottles? The same exact thing, okay? Just a different label. All right, just so that you know, just sharing the information. So that's about it for our internal use of essential oils. Remember, you can do a lot of different things with these things. Do not limit yourself. You can definitely do research to see, you know, what is it that I'm looking to gain as a benefit, and what are some of the options on how I can use it. So when I talk to you about the different ways that you can use Young Living essential oils, I'm talking about the options that are available to you. So you have inhalation, which is aromatherapy. You have topical, and then you have internal. So please remember, even with internal, if you are not accustomed to using these oils, you want to make sure that you dilute. Coconut oil, organic coconut oil, has so many health benefits. So that would be my preferred choice if I were you. And just remember also, 1 drop goes a really long way. You do not need a lot. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my puppy is up there screaming because she can hear me. Sorry. So you have a lot of options with that. Please remember that with your topical, you want to make sure that you're also aware of whether or not an essential oil is hot oil like oregano or peppermint or lemongrass. Those are hot oils, so they can cause that heat and redness on the skin. And you can use that same carrier oil, organic coconut oil, or you can get Young Living's V6 carrier oil blend. It's wonderful and it lasts forever. And you can use that as well. And keep in mind, you want to make sure that you are conscious of where you're putting that oil. Never ever for topical in the eye or in the ear. Never. Okay, that's a big no-no. For certain areas of your body where the membranes may be a little thinner, you may want to consider, first, is that oil hot? And second of all, that's a thinner membrane area, so maybe I should definitely dilute. So if you remember everything that we talked about with that, you can go back to the topical video and just be reminded of what the dilution is and what that actually means. That's not water, not water. Want to make sure everybody remembers that. Okay, so I think I'm done for now for this video, But stay tuned for the next video. We're going to start talking about some of Young Living's essential oil infused products. And that's important because that goes into a lot of our personal care products and our supplements that we're using. I mean, they just don't stop with the gifts that they bring to this world. I'm just constantly in deep gratitude for the variety of how Young Living has made sure that they cover all areas of our life, all areas. All right, God bless. I'll see you all soon.